Stop whatever you're doing and lean in completely, because what I'm about to reveal is so filthy, so chaotic, and so downright disrespectful that not even the sloppiest corners of hip-hop and love have witnessed anything like it before last night. Yes, cameras captured Lil Scrappy and Kendra Robinson backstage, talking so viciously that you would think you were listening in on a mob deal gone wrong. The security camera captured the scene with the frozen lights still rolling and Scrappy hissing through clenched teeth. How did Kendra respond? Let's just say that backstage security will need hazard pay this season because of what she did next, which had the entire cast and "oh nah, watching your damn mouth before I bury yours." But wait, that's not even the scandal. Sources say Kendra pulled out real printed messy receipts about Scrappy siphoning her money to fund another woman's secret condo. And guess what? That other woman was apparently right there to dressing rooms down, listening to all of it through the paper-thin walls. Listen carefully, because this backstage drama didn't begin last night. This mess has been simmering beneath Atlanta's glamorous exterior for months, and last night it finally exploded where no one could hide, right behind those velvet curtains where the love and hip-hop cameras unintentionally filmed. Don't even consider scrolling away. This is raw and petty, and by the time I'm done, you'll wonder why you ever believed reality TV was fake. Kendra Robinson, the self-made lawyer who once vowed to never allow a man to humiliate her on national television, became embroiled in Scrappy's never-ending mess. People believed that marriage would help him, but the truth is that Scrappy's bad habits never received the memo that the wedding ring was supposed to have a loyalty clause, according to rumors from a production assistant who most likely just broke an NDA sending me this tea. It got dark because, unlike most reality wives, Kendra chose to play lean in marriage instead of going viral on Instagram. She has been monitoring Scrappy's spending for months, and every hair extension studio session and suspicious Venmo transfer has led her to an address that didn't make sense, a downtown condo with Scrappy's name on the lease but an unknown name on the buzzer boom backstage last night. Kendra didn't come to play cute wife, rather she came to end a career, according to insiders. It happened immediately after Scrappy's segment, when he was hanging out in his dressing room, half laughing with his cousin, when Kendra busted him like a storm while wearing 6-inch stilettos and waving a manila. She did this by stealthily copying statements, pulling bank records, and even being nice to a certain side chick's nail technician who confirmed that Miss Mystery Woman had been boasting about her rap star man paying rent in full, cashed out folder thicker than his last mixtape, and he must have forgotten that. Kendra was built for court because she snapped back and acted like it. You're telling me to act like it while you're paying for a whole other chick to play house in my city, and boom. The cousin rushed for the door. Scrappy tried to act slick, leaning back in his chair as if he had nothing to hide. Kendra didn't even bat an eyelid. She took out a printed text thread that was blown up to full page. Watching people ruin their lives, he helped them. Tweet about a mystery number promising a shopping spree and a getaway from wifey stress. The room became so quiet that you could hear the studio lights buzzing. Scrappy was now cornered like a toddler, caught with chocolate on his face, trying to play dumb. Man, that's just a spot I got for business. Kendra believed he was in Miami filming with Trina over the weekend, but before Scrappy could take the papers from her hand, she rushed forward so quickly that security had to intervene. Meanwhile, crew members were quietly filming from behind the lighting rig because they knew the footage would leak before next Tuesday. One witness, a junior stylist named Asia, already leaked to a gossip log I've never seen Kendra act like that before she was calling him derogatory names. Lying ass, broke ass, and swindler. Simply kept saying, "Turn the cameras off." However, there was no way to turn it off, and the entire hallway was crowded with cast members looking through makeup doors while Spice yelled, "Don't touch her, Scrap, don't touch her." Carly Red was chatting on the phone the entire time as if she had just discovered the new season's treasure trove. The real joke is that the side chick is an up-and-coming rapper named Ook Derb, and it said that she was backstage as well as she pretended to be a backup dancer for the night's showcase. She heard Kendra shout her government name and had to sneak out of the fire exit before fists started flying when they returned to the showdown. Kendra squared up to Scrappy's face and said, "I got you your side project and your dirty money all in this file, so here's what's going to happen. Or I swear to my mama I will drag you and her on Love TV. VH1 sues me for defamation and I'll win that case too." At this point, security attempted to break them up, but Scrappy shoved a guard aside, which is when the real chaos broke out. Scrappy is sweating through his designer shirt and still tries to throw it back on her. "You're embarrassing yourself. This isn't what it looked like," but Kendra barked over him tonight. "You go and tell every single one of those fools you lied, or I swear to God, I'll slap this folder right in Mona's face and let her get her damn self. You think you can clown me and walk away clean? I'm your worst mistake, Scrappy. I'm your karma in high heels," he shot back, his voice breaking like a cracked speaker. "Keep talking, Kendra. You know, one knows who threw it first," and a microphone stand was knocked over so loudly that it echoed into the next filming segment. Producers began screaming, "Cut, cut, get them out!" But it was too late, and that threat of that one-line watch, it's exactly where every cast member's jaw hits the floor because they knew something we didn't. Scrappy's got dirt too. If he's reckless enough to swing that threat around on camera, whatever he knows might just blow up the whole show from the inside. Trust me, that's exactly where this mess picks up next. It was so loud that no one could believe, he said. It watched 2 syllables that sucked. Carly Red's phone fell to the ground and the makeup artist stopped smearing powder on Residita's nose. Because, honey, no one was going to miss this music. Kendra stepped back, eyes locked on Scrappy, as if she had just spotted her next big win in court and replaced every laugh side conversation. Calm space gin and fake smile straight out of that backstage hallway with a tension thick enough to choke on Spice for his midlife. "You think you have secrets on me?" she shot back, her voice low but dripping with so much venom that the security guard flinched as he expected, saying, "Come out next. I'm watching you ruin every piece of respect your mama thought she raised you with. Now, if you think..." Scrappy took that like a grown man. "Think again." He squared his shoulders, chin opened, hissed through clenched teeth, looking tough in front of the entire barnyard. "Ask your little business partner if he has been keeping your books clean behind your back." Hold on, did Scrappy just flip the script on National Mess? Yes, he did, and the backstage crew almost passed out because this wasn't part of the production plan. See, what people didn't know but are about to learn is that Kendra's squeaky clean image isn't as squeaky clean as she wants Atlanta to believe. She is allegedly handling hush-hush deals for half the cast, preventing certain baby mamas from suing for more child support, cleaning up tax messes for friends, and getting hush settlements pushed through so quickly that Mona Scott herself couldn't catch the leaks in time. However, last night Scrappy had enough of being the only one looking foolish, so he slammed his palm on a dressing table so hard the mirror the fancy new boutique law firm isn't just handling divorce papers and minor traffic tickets. The cast was quiet, leaning in like children listening to their parents fight through the bedroom door, and you could hear a bobby pin drop. Then, like a cartoon character, young Jock, bless his messy soul, poked his head in. "You want to drag me, Kendra? Cool. So, let's drag everything. Tell them about the cash retainer bags you hide in your mother's basement and how you use me for clout to sign half these sorry rappers with fake cases. You're not an angel. You're just better at lying than me, the alleged side chick who dipped when Kendra stormed in. Amara B was outside the hallway, ears pressed to the door, texting a voice note to her group chat. Or should I go get Mona? Kendra turned on Jock so quickly that he almost tripped backward. "Mind your washed-up business. Jock, you can barely keep your own side chicks in line. You want to supervise mine?" Jock backed away with both hands up, like, "Not my circus, not my monkeys." I'm shook back inside the shouting match that turned into a full-blown confession, and I swear I just heard Kendra say she's going to put Scrappy in jail and expose me. The producers were too busy whispering about how to turn this meltdown into ratings gold, and the rest of the cast was too busy recording it all on their phones for when they eventually sell it to the blogs. Then they set it on camera and told him How you've been using my money to pay judges when your clients don't show up? Clients don't show up. I dare you to try me, Scrappy, because I swear that the moment you open your big lying mouth about my firm, your mother will wish she had given you a different name when you're being cross-examined on fraud charges. And guess who will be the lead attorney? Up, Scrappy barked at his chest, pointing his finger so close to Kendra's face that he could see her fake lash glue drying under the lights. Kendra, as cold as ever, tilted her head with that louch smirk that has ruined many a poor fool's life in family court by now. Word had spread throughout the entire set, and I'm the one tearing you apart. Rashida was pacing the hallway while mumbling prayers, and Spice had ordered popcorn from craft services. Carly Red was still on FaceTime, whispering, "Girl, they're not done yet. This is better than reunion night." She just listened just when it seemed like they might throw actual fists instead of words. Security formed a human wall and a burly guard planted his feet between them. "I'm not done." "Kendra, you're cool as ice, but your voice was shaking with rage," as she pointed a perfectly manicured finger at Scrappy's face. "You're done embarrassing me, lying, and wasting my life. Moreover, you're done receiving these checks I texted. Mona, you think they're going to keep paying your sorry self when I spill every scrap of dirt I got? Try. Me, Scrap, I'm playing checkers. I'm playing chess." The switch from defiant rapper to cornered man in debt was so abrupt that he turned to the wall and punched the drywall so hard that a boom mic fell off its mount and landed on the floor with a sad little clunk. No one spoke or breathed until Rashito whispered to Spice, "Oh, girl, she's about to ruin him for real, huh, Spice? Didn't even flinch, sis. If she spoke too much, she would destroy us all then," as if she smelled money and chaos the double. Doors at the end of the hallway slammed open with such force that the hinges squeaked, and he entered. Mona's eyes darted from Scrappy to Kendra to the broken mirror, the scattered receipts, the sobbing intern huddled behind a sound cart, and a producer glued to her side earpiece, dangling in an attempt to keep up with her frenzied pace. "Someone had better start explaining to me. Now, why is my show trending for a live backstage fight that I didn't even approve of?" Scrappy opened his mouth, but Mona stopped him with a hand so sharp you'd think she was swatting a fly in midair. "Save it both, oh few. In my office, and don't you dare think you're going to spin this on Instagram before I do. You guys want to mess with my ratings bet? I own this mess." Now Kendra folded her arms and raised her chin as if she had just won a settlement. "Let the cameras roll, Mona, so he can see what truly happens when your so-called bad Mona stare down for 310 seconds. While the boys played with a woman who knew the law better than they did their own baby mama's birthdays. Then she turned to a shaky assistant and said, "You cancel lunch, call legal, and book me the biggest conference room at the W Hotel. We're taping confessions tonight." The fight was over. But the real war was just beginning, because if you think Kendra is done dragging receipts and Scrappy is done spilling hidden dirt, Kate, then keep that popcorn warm for part 3. Security cleared the hallway faster than they ever have for any A-list appearance, because when Mona storms in, people know you either get quiet or you get fired. Kendra brushed past Scrappy, brushing her shoulder. This is where the powder cake explodes all over Atlanta for good. Mona's heels echoed down that backstage corridor like a judge's gavel slamming down in a courtroom. Not even Carly Red'd whisper, as she had already depleted her phone battery when she got closer to Mona's office. The smug lawyer's smirk on her face only grew sharper the trail behind them resembled a crime scene with broken glass, torn receipts, and half the cast whispering, "Did you all hear what he said about her firm? Did she really hide cash in her mama's basement?" You could practically hear every member of the cast as soon as the door behind Scrappy, Kendra, and Mona slammed shut. You would have thought you had entered a Law and Order reality TV unit when you saw Mona pacing like a lion who hadn't eaten in days, her eyes darting between Scrappy's clenched fists and Kendra's deadly calm posture, then spinning on them so quickly that Scrappy flinched. "Do you both realize what you just cost me tonight? Sponsors are calling me for crew hazard pay." They were pressing their ear to the wall, hoping they would catch another piece of dirt before security threw them away. I have every paper trail on this idiot and the little broke wrapper he's stashing in, and the entire damn internet believes. We staged this, so you two better start talking about it all. Scrappy's first voice was low but dripping with venom, and she's not a victim. Mona Kendra has been laundering checks from the beginning, fixing contracts, moving hush money, and laughing. So sharply that Scrappy's shoulders flinched once more. Let me get this straight, Kendra. You say you have receipts. Proving. Scrappy is transferring your marital money to side chicks. Scrappy, you're swearing that Kendra has been hiding cash deals. For half the damn cast to keep her boutique law firm afloat, I dare him to talk about illegal money. He wouldn't know clean cash if it danced on a pole for him in magic. City Mona leaned back against her desk, arms folded, watching them tear each. Other two pieces, after a little pause, both of them yelled yes. Mona clapped her hands once. She said, "This is great for ratings, but I need to know exactly how deep this rabbit hole goes. So, Kendra, you first lay it out slowly, clearly, and without talking, as if you were explaining it to Carly Rudd." Kendra then stepped forward, slammed her phone on Mona's desk, flicked back her ponytail like a whip, and pulled up screenshots of bank messages and a voice memo with the label. "Here's my proof of months of payments from our joint account to an apartment I never visited. Double check the address. Guess who was caught ordering Uber meals at that condo at 2 o'clock in the morning while he claimed to be in Miami filming with Trina? Miss Amara B. herself. Don't act surprised," her baby voice slipped, and called me ma'am. When I found her at the door last month, she knows exactly who signs. Her Scrappy lunged forward. But Mona's hand shot out like a viper. "So help me, I'll throw you out of this building. As quickly as possible, you'll be back at your mama's house writing depressing freestyles in your boxers." And Scrappy dropped back into the chair, muttering curses under his breath. Kendra kept her tone savage and theatrical for maximum impact. But that's not even the best part. Mona wants to know why he's so desperate to turn this on me. Because he's broke all that rapper talk. Royalty checks and covering half his designer habits, so he sneaked into my company. I'm happy to borrow client escrow. Money and I got it before it hit 5 figures, but you can be sure I got enough to have him handcuffed by sunrise. He knows it because... Scrappy exploded from the chair, yelling, "You're lying. Tell her how you fixed it for Matteller, how you faked it." 2. Mona didn't blink. She just gave that deadly producer smile that everyone on reality TV is fierce with, so you admit it, and now we're moving forward. The hustler's face darkened, his eyes shifted from Mona to Kendra, and you could feel the heat evaporating from his skin as he spewed out each word like poison. "Check her mother's house basement. She got cash bags there, and guess what else? Mona has been moving hush money to that new cast member. You know, that rookie producer? He's not no producer. He's her inside man, feeding her unedited," stated the hustler, who wants to blow up his own life on camera clips to blackmail cast members to obtain court settlements. Ask Jock about the time he lost a baby mama case. Guess who mediated that back? Ordeal. Mona's smile vanished for a brief moment, but it returned with greater vigor than before. Well, look at my star couple. Married on paper, but deadly behind closed doors. You all know what this means, right? If even half of this is true. Baby, I hope it is. We don't need a reunion special. We need a whole spin-off Atlanta's Most Wanted. Kendra rolled her eyes and grabbed her phone back, saying, "Use it however you want, Mona, but don't call me to save your show when the feds come knocking for fraud and wiretap conspiracies. I have no loyalty left for him, and definitely none left for this circus." Scrappy laughed, a short, bitter sound that echoed off the glass walls. "Go ahead and run your mouth, but when my truth drops, don't say I didn't warn the entire city about. To discover who you truly are, Miss Queen of the Courthouse, Mona, Courthouse Mona." I stepped between them, palms out like a referee at a heavyweight match, and you both shut it and pay attention. From now on, we're filming confessions tonight and tomorrow. You'll sign releases, play ball, get paid, go rogue, and get buried, am I right? Kendra's sneering voice was dripping with contempt, and Scrappy wiped sweat from his hairline and flexed his fists, whatever Mona's eyes sparkled like a child's unwrapping. A surprise present, lovely now. Get out there and get your faces fixed, because tomorrow, we're going to release a teaser so juicy that the internet will go crazy when they asked, is love and hip-hop scripted? You know exactly what lie to tell? Then the crew stormed out in opposite directions, snatching their microphones and wigs like the Red Sea, cast members trying to look innocent. But the rumors began before the doors even closed. Behind them, you heard Scrappy say that Kendra is going to sue the entire production, so Watch Mona better pay us twice this season. We didn't sign up to be collateral damage. But guess what? The secrets are out, and the entire hip-hop and love world is about to learn the true cost of dirty love marrying. A man who believes loyalty is optional and allowing your wife to pursue revenge. Like she files court documents neatly, officially, and completely unstoppably. So buckle up, the backstage altercation was only the first round. So, rumor hounds, you should watch the next program with popcorn in one hand and your phone recording in the other, while dropping receipts swift in this community. But retaliation falls quicker. The whole hip-hop and love world is about to learn the true cost of dirty love. Marrying a man who believes loyalty is optional and allowing your wife to pursue revenge, like she files court documents neatly, officially, and completely unstoppable. So hold on tight, because this was just the beginning.